Howdy all, and welcome to my vlog series for my trip in 2019, which went from October through to mid-December, late October through to mid-December. And I travelled to 10 different countries on the way. And so this little vlog series that I'm doing is going to tell you a bit about the trip that I had. This vlog is capturing the first part of my journey, a little hop, skip and a jump from Melbourne into Central Asia, with stops in Singapore, Kuala Lumpur and Almaty. And here we are, on the way to Tullamarine Airport. The airport was quite quiet on the 27th of October last year, when I flew off to Singapore to start another journey. I'm used to it being extremely busy, but thankfully this time it was not. G'day. Andy here from Andy's World Journeys, and I am at Melbourne Airport, and today's the 27th of October, so this is the first day of my big trip. I have just had the best check-in experience I've ever had at this airport. It's really quiet today, at least this afternoon. I have no idea why that would be. I'm listening to the sounds of J-Lo and waiting for my flight, which is still the best part of 2.5 hours away, so I've got a bit of time to kill. So I thought I'd say my first vlog, as it'll be when I edit it in a couple of months' time, here at Tullamarine Airport, Melbourne. After touching down in Singapore, I just wanted to sleep, so I headed to my hotel, which was located somewhere in the Jewel section of Terminal 1. It was a bit of a challenge to find it. The signs weren't so helpful in the airport, and it was a bit of a hike. But eventually I did find my way to the Yotel Air Changi, a special kind of hotel that seems to be inspired by the Japanese capsule inn. As you can see, the room is not the biggest room you'll ever see, although it was perfectly comfortable, if a little cramped, and very, very clean. Just outside Yotel Air was the amazing waterfall they have in the Jewel section of the Changi airport. It was pretty cool, and a great place for people to get photos, i.e. selfies. I had one day in Singapore, and I headed out to the Gardens by the Bay on the metro system, the MRT. Singapore's MRT is one of the cleanest and most efficient metro systems you'll find in Asia, and it took me to the Bayfront station, which was right at the entrance to Gardens by the Bay. First of all, I checked out the flower dome. but I must admit to being much more interested in the cloud forest, featuring a large waterfall and a bunch of walkways. Speaking of walkways, I made my way to the Skywalk. The views were pretty spectacular, although I must admit I had a touch of vertigo up there. Before I knew it, I had to make my way back to Changi Airport, and I spent an hour or so in the SATS lounge before my flight to Kuala Lumpur.
If you wish to use it in flight when allowed, all possible electronic devices must be switched off.
The short flight from Singapore was with Malaysian Airlines, and I was lucky enough to score a business class seat. But it was all too brief, and before I knew it, I was down for a very quick night in Kuala Lumpur. I stayed at the Summer International Hotel at KLIA, and before I knew it, it was the next morning and time to move on. The final of the 3 flights of this hop, skip and jump was to Almaty from Kuala Lumpur on Air Astana. It was the longest of the 3 flights at around 8 hours. The flight itself was absolutely spectacular, flying over clouds, mountains, and then desert, before touching down in the city of Almaty, where I had a quick night's sleep. So, there was a quick taxi into town, check into the hotel, which had a very nice restaurant, and a bit of shut-eye. And for now, that concludes the very first episode of my vlog series from my trip in 2019. Stay tuned for the next episode where I venture into the amazing country of Tajikistan. Thanks for checking out this vlog today. The next vlog will see me go to Tajikistan and I will explore Dushanbe and the lake of Iskandar Kul. So be sure to look out for that video, which should be around in a week or two. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because there is a lot of other interesting videos I have on my channel. And of course, my blog, andysworldjourneys.com. I put new posts up pretty much at least 3-4 times a week, maybe more if you're lucky. So don't forget to check that out, because there is absolutely loads of great content there. Photos and information about the places that I've been and what I've seen. And of course, may the journey never end.